How you going, everyone? I'm just going to bring up another screen. A little bit shaken. So I just thought I'd fill you all in. Just spoke to eBay. I'm now on their hit list. This item that was pulled last week for no reason at all, as a fraudulent copy. I got a Vero last month for a Zumba DVD, which I don't even have because it had actually sold before they even pulled it, as in like a day before it sold one day. Then the next day they sent an email saying that the listing had been pulled as a Vero. And I just spoke to them and they said, oh, because of that Vero, they're now going through my stockpile of DVDs. There's 7,000-8,000 DVDs. So they're just going to, and they've pulled this without any information. It's completely legitimate, but they've pulled it without any information to prove that it is or isn't. And I have no application to be able to, how you going, Dawn, to fight it. So I just said to the woman, look, obviously at some point they're just gonna pull everything. So they're just gonna tell me that everything I'm selling is dodgy. There was a message on the forum the other day from one of the other people that sells DVDs. They had the same thing happen. So I get the feeling that eBay just doesn't want to have secondhand DVDs, or I don't know. So I think this is going to be a conclusion of that. I'm not going to be the media guy anymore. I'm just going to have to sell everything off and walk away from media. So, yeah, sad, but just is what it is. What can I do? I don't know what else to do. Yeah. I'm lost. They just get, oh, but this is policy. It's gone through the team to investigate fraudulent, blah blah blah. And I said, yeah, but there must be a way to appeal it because it's not fraudulent, it's real, and you guys only have stock photos. Yeah, but it doesn't meet our requirements. Cool. What was wrong with it? That's all they kept. She just kept saying the same thing. Doesn't meet our listing requirements. I said, well, tell me how I fix it. Like, this is a legitimate thing. I'll send you proof. I'll send you pictures, whatever you want. Just tell me. No one's contacted me about this or asked me, oh, because of your previous history, because of that one Vero case, we're taking everything into account. So I said, so what? Guilty until proven innocent. And she said, well, it doesn't meet our religion. She just kept repeating the same thing. May as well have been a machine. A machine would have given me more of an answer than what she did. Oh, you can put an email through and it'll go to our management team and be reviewed, but there's no guarantee they'll get back to you. So basically, yeah. I'm not going to jump, Dawn. All I'm going to do, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to leave everything the way it is. I'm going to do some specials, clear some stuff, and then I'm not going to do media anymore. So I'm just going to let the media go as fast as it goes. What I'll probably end up doing with this stuff that's just behind me here is I'll probably just list it as bulk and clear it out. Because at the end of the day, it's all well and I said this in the video yesterday, it's all well and good me trying to fight something, but how do you fight an invisible person? That's basically what we're talking about. There's a robot in front of you that's invisible that you cannot negotiate with, and unfortunately they tie your hands behind your back, and you don't have any control. There's no control over this situation with eBay. It's their way. It's as simple as that. And it's not even, I understand it's their platform, it's their rules, you have to comply with what they require. No problem at all. I'm happy to do that. But at least when something goes wrong, when there's an issue, when someone sends a report for and says that this is not a real item, we'd like you to remove it at eBay, you get an email saying you've got 6 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours. We've paused your listing and you've got this amount of time to prove that it is or isn't legit. If it's not legit, can you please remove the listing, or we will hit you with a strike and we will remove the listing for you. No problem at all. Done. If I thought that was fake, I wouldn't even be having this conversation. I made a mistake. It's a blah, blah, blah. But that's not the case. This is a completely legitimate item. And the worst part is they've basically determined that this is a illegitimate item. So all I did when I listed this was I literally just scanned the barcode and I put it in with their picture, their information, and I just put, probably altered the title to the way I normally do it. That's all the information they have. So all the information they have to say that this is a fake is their own information. And all she kept saying constantly was, if you put it back on, we'll strike you. And I'm like, I don't care about the DVD. It's not relevant. It's a $9 DVD. I don't care. It's the fact that I'm on your hit list. And she said that. She said, I'm on their hit list, and that it's just a matter of, basically just a matter of time before my store will be removed. So here you go and watch her. Yeah, so it's look, it's just a matter of time before they pull this store anyway. I can see the writing on the wall. Here's Andrea. She had the same problem. It was in one of the forums that we're on with, or groups on eBay, because I put it up there and said, you know, has anybody ever seen this where they pull, how can they pull a listing that's got their own picture and their own details? And they said they had 30 listings pulled and had their store removed. So it's just, here you go, Brad. So it's just a matter of time before they pull all my listings. I can see it now. My store's obviously being given a hit, or a mark, whatever you want to call it. It's on someone's hit list. So I do believe by the end of the month, my store will be closed. I don't think I'll get an option on it, but you know, you can't fight it. What can I do? I can't do anything. They won't let me fight it. They won't let me argue the point, debate it, talk about it, discuss it. Nothing. It's just our decision is you're bad. The end. So, yeah, what can you do? So, and it could happen to anybody, because at the end of the day, to Aussie thrifters, you know, someone could say that your RM Williams clothing is fraudulent, and next thing you know, you go on this hit list and a couple down and you're pulled. And this is the part that I hate about eBay, is that you have no argument, and you can literally lose everything you've worked for in weeks, days, weeks. I don't know. Look, it's a miserable video, and I don't want to make miserable videos, but it's a sad day for me. Sad day. I worked bloody hard to get this store up, and really wanted it to go far, but obviously it's very hard. I'm going to do some searching around some of the bigger places out there that sell DVDs and see if they've got any info on whether they've had this. The problem is, she said, in response to that question, Brad, she said that the reason why they took this listing down was because of the previous Vero listing. And my question to her, I said to her, well, you never let me prove that the Vero was wrong either. So now you've got two on my account that says that I'm fraudulent. The next one will be a suspension. So they've already said that. So now what's going to happen is, after this suspension happens, after this happens, the next one will be a suspension. And then the next one will be whatever. So it'll be like a 3-day suspension. Then it'll be a 7-day, and then it'll be a 30-day, and then it'll be a reduction of an account, and it'll just continue to go on. We know that. It's just, that's what happens. There's plenty of people. Look at what happened with Tommy, and it's taken him weeks/months to come back to getting it back, and he was innocent. It doesn't matter. They don't care. And I don't like gambling like that. I don't like taking that chance. It's hard enough to make money on eBay as it is. So to gamble like that is like, why would I bother? Why? It's no point. There really is. There's no point. So I am going to dive really deeply into this Shopify account. I know it's going to be hard. I'm not silly. Don't worry. I know that it's not going to be easy. But I don't see that I have any choice, because I can't rely on something that could be pulled at any time for a reason that I can't control, i.e. I can't defend, I can't prove my innocence, I can't do anything about it. So, and I'm not going to close the store down. I'm going to leave it running. I'm not going to change anything that's on there now. But mark my words, I would be shocked if in the next 7 to 10 days my account's not closed, or put on some sort of, I don't know, something. Someone's obviously on there. There's some competition on there that doesn't want me on there, and they're just hitting it. So, and it's just going to keep getting hit, one after the other. I can see it happening. But who knows? Who knows? So, look, just a bit of a video, just giving an update on eBay. Nothing. They don't want to do anything. They don't care. That's their policy, and I can't prove my innocence. So, so I'm not listing any more items. There's really, I don't see any point to listing any more items. I may as well just get rid of the stuff that I've got and move on to something else. The store that I'm going to create with Shopify, I don't think there's any point trying to do a DVD store. I just don't think the market's out there for it. So I think I'm just going to slowly sell off the DVDs through Facebook. I'll do some listings on Facebook. Probably just bulk stuff, you know, $30 here, $50 there, $1 each. I'll give them money back. Most of them I haven't paid anything for. So, as in they've paid their way. I don't owe anything. And then once I clear out the desk area, the stuff you can see behind you that's to be listed, the rest of them I'll just let them sell through until they shut me down, and then I'll do something else. So, yeah. So, what should I really take? Yeah, look, it's just watch. It's just sad. It's just thanks, Brad. It's just sad that like I said to her, and she didn't care. There's no review system. You know, when this is your job, why isn't there a review system where you can go and prove your innocence? You know, maybe a point system or something, not just a, you know, like she literally said to me that they're now reviewing my account and everything in it. So I said to her, well, if you're going to pull something that you have no proof that is a fake, you're going to pull it as a fake, then you're just going to do it with everything. Like, I've got 7,000 movies. Like, how hard is it going to be trying to pull them all just to, you know, like I said, it makes sense to me, but to them, obviously it doesn't. But how can you, you know, you can't do anything. Your hands tied. You can't do anything. You're guilty. It's as simple as that. But we are, you know, take it, especially you can. You are very capable. Yeah, that's yeah. Look, it's not. I'm not upset. Look, I'm a bit bewildered. I'm not upset. I'm disappointed because at the end of the day, I wanted to do something really big, really good. And I'm not saying that I always would have stuck to media. I was definitely going to expand out to other stuff. But you can see when the writing's on the wall. I mean, this movie's been on their system since October or August. Let me check and see. Some keyboard. So it's been there since the 14th of October. So it's been up for 6 months, and they've only now decided that it's fake and they want to pull it down. So since August, yeah. So July we started with games, but since August I've listed probably best part of 10,000 movies and games. So how you go, Megan? So being that I've listed that many, and there's still 7,000 to 8,000 on there now. Some of them are doubles; they're not just ones. That at some point, if they're going to pull that from October, they could pull any one of those other 7,000, and straight away I'll end up with a 3-day penalty, and then after that it'll just keep going. And with that many movies, if I only had 10 movies on there, I mean, right now you just go pull them down, let's not do movies anymore. But I've got 7,000 on there, so they're going to find, if they can pull one that they have no information apart from a stock photo that they provided, if they're going to pull that and say that that's a fake, then they can do it with any of them. So it's not that I'm giving in to eBay. I can't win against them. You can't fight them. So it's like, if you can't fight them, what do? You know, just call it. So like I said, easiest way is if I go into something else. So I might have to start really seriously looking at the electronic side. I'm going to do the Spotify store, so I think that'll be interesting. And now with the integration with Facebook and other stuff, and it's not inside Facebook, it's external to Facebook, but the store can be linked to Facebook, so you can do ads and stuff like that. So I'd like to think that there'll be no control over it. Yeah, look, I'll let the listings go. They can just, if they if they can sell them, they can just sell. Purchase eBay, import Shopify. Best piece of advice is download your inventory from eBay and pay for Shopify eBay importer before it's gone. Yeah, looks not a bad idea, but I don't think I really want to sell DVDs on this Shopify store. I think I'm going to stick to electronics. I've got a whole heap of wholesale accounts that I've already spoken to in the last few weeks, and they're happy. And I'm also going to go into Amazon as well. And I'm going to start trying to go down Shopify and Amazon, but I'm just going to go to new stuff and go away from secondhand thrifting stuff. And as much as it's fun with the thrifting and all that stuff, I just don't see that the money's in it that I want or need. So it's not just a case of eBay, but look, we all know how hard eBay is, and with this, I was going to actually do both. I was going to have this other store, and then I was going to keep running the eBay store. But now with this, it's like, I don't think I'm going to get a choice. I'm not going to change it. It's going to stay there and keep running until they pull it down. I don't care, that it can just keep going. I might keep a few things here just so I can list a couple of things a day, just to keep the listing up. But I honestly think that from the conversation I just had, that I'm on some sort of death list, and it's just a matter of time. I don't know. I've obviously upset somebody somewhere because they've literally hit me with a copyright infringement on something that's not copyright, that they have no information to. So to do that, that you're on a hit list. It's just a matter of time, and they've got to make it look politically correct. So yeah, that is good advice, Tommy. I might do that anyway. I might do that CSV anyway, just for the sake of it, because it wouldn't hurt if I do end up going, screw it, I might as well just clear it all off in one hit and sell it. The page close your store, open a new one. You have all your listings to send to Facebook Marketplace, Shopify. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I really want to sell DVDs after this. I think I'm just going to go down a different route completely and just go away from the DVD market. It's hard enough as it is. I mean, look, it's easy, but it's not a great earner for the amount of work you do. Most of the DVDs sell for $12 to $15, so there's only a few dollars in each of them. And I look at stuff like clothing, might not be my favorite thing, or shoes or whatever. And it's like, if you're gonna do it, do that, or pick and choose the DVDs you're selling. Don't just, if you get DVDs that are $5 to $15 DVDs, just don't put them up at all. Just put up the big ones. But then if they're just going to pull them, who said it? Was it Adriana? Was on one of the forums the other day that I put some a question up about it, and they said they had 30 listings pulled in 1 week saying they were fake, and they closed their store down. So it's just literally just a matter of time before they're going to do the same to me. You can feel this stuff coming. Sorry, it was Bianca. I feel it was Bianca. Let me check. I'll check and I'll tell you exactly what she said. Yeah, it was Bianca. So, so I'll just tell you what Bianca said on when I put the up in our group. She said, we literally had our DVD store account suspended permanently for counterfeit items, even though all our items are new, sealed with UPC and copyright info, bottom of box stuff visible, and all our own photos. We asked what we did wrong. They wouldn't answer us. And then someone put in, that sounds drastic for them to take that measure. And they said, yes, that's what we thought too. And all they did was cut and paste responses, would not respond, and they wouldn't review it. And then she puts, and then I put, and they wonder why both buyers and sellers are walking away from their platform. She put, yeah, it's crazy. If we were new sellers, we wouldn't have given up. If we were new sellers, we would have just given up. It's just too hard. We were suspended initially to answer their usual drop shipping questions. We got unsuspended once we answered these questions. Then we had listed 30 items. We finally got a sale. They suspended the account immediately due to counterfeit policy, which we were never in breach of. And then her husband went on there and said, yeah, be careful because they're going to come for you. So, yeah, I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that have had this issue. I know you had the issue, Tommy, you know, with the phones, but yeah, I don't know. I give in. It's a losing game. It really is. So, yeah, short life of an eBay reseller. Another one to the pile, guys. Another one to the pile. So, like I said, I'm just going to let this do its course. I'm not going to change anything. I'm in my heart. I know I'm right. I know that this is a legitimate disc. I know it is not fake. I have no doubts in any part of my being that this is a completely legitimate item. You can actually see the imprint there of their dual layer. You know, I'd be happy for anybody to debate that anywhere. I have no problems in providing proof. It's the only one I've got. I never had multiples. So it's just a matter of time before they come after me for everything else. So the eBay police are on the case. So yeah, so I'm going to close this out. It's been great. Thanks for the comments, the people that have commented, and thank you for everybody that's been here and everybody in the future. When you get small refunds, normally get some of the owner price and the cut everyone works every time. So yeah, look, I don't know. Watcher, at the end of the day, it's not worth fighting for. I just don't see it worth fighting for. So, I mean, I've tried to fight. I rang up and then she just started ignoring me. And I'm like, are you there? Oh, yeah, I'm listening. Even though I'd left like 30 seconds of blank space. So, the problem I see is exactly what the Sid Worthy couple have said on the forum, is that, or on the group, is that it's just a matter of time before they come after me fully. Yeah, so I think I'm out of the DVD market. So the problem is once I get a strike on the first store, I'm not allowed to use the second store. So is there any point in trying to start a second store with other stuff on there? I think honestly, I'm going to go down this route of Shopify. I know there's no guarantee that Shopify is going to work, but yeah, look, I'm good. Watch out, I'm good. Don't take this as I'm a bit knocked. So I'm kind of like a bit thrown at the moment, but I'm not upset. I'm not angry. I'm not anything. I'm just like, you know, like it's business. You can't take business personal. So it's just a case of just going to the next thing. Yeah. This will be a warning to future people on eBay to be very, very careful on not what they list, but I don't know. How do you put a warning out for that? How do you put a warning that you can have your whole store can go onto a hit list and probably be cancelled at some point due to no fault? Like, how do you warn against that? Don't sell DVDs, maybe? I don't know, because obviously it's happened to people with shoes and clothing, so it's just a matter of time. And the people that have been selling other stuff from people have died and they've had their listings pulled and stores closed, even though it had nothing to do. They were always selling that sort of memorabilia stuff. And then obviously with cleaning products now, they're pulling some of those stores. Some of them, I agree, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't profit on misery. I 100% agree with that. But people that have, there's nothing to fight, Megan. I rang them up and they said, no, there's nothing I can do. Literally, that's literally what she told me several times. All she kept saying was, if you list that movie again, we'll suspend your account. And I said, I'm not going to list the movie again. I don't care about the movie. I want to remove the counterfeit from my file. So you guys, the next time that you guys get a counterfeit thing, you don't just presume guilt, because that's what she said. She said, because of the Vero I had last month, she said, they're now presuming that I'm guilty on everything. Literally, that's literally what she said. So I'm like, well, what can I do then? And she said, oh, there's nothing you can do. And I said, well, there must be some place that I can put a complaint in. She said, you're on the complaints line. I said, well, who do I report it to? She said, oh, no, you can send an email and management might read it. So that's literally what she said. Management might read it. I went, and you might get a response. So I said, so there's no way you can prove your innocence or fight it. So it's not that I'm upset. I'm disappointed. You know, the old motto, I'm not upset, just disappointed. So look, it's it's their platform, it's their rules, it's and you literally mean nothing. That's it, Megan. You literally mean nothing. I will send that through, Tommy. I will send a letter through on my my disappointment on the situation to Vero. And she tried to make out that the I've said it several times. Sellers are guilty until proven innocent. I'll send that through. I will send a report through and to Vero on the two cases, so they get a bit of a picture and then see if they respond. And if they do respond, I'll do a video saying about the response. But I doubt that we will get anything back. So I think it's just going to be a matter of time. Seeing into the future with my third eye, I think it's just going to be a matter of time, and I'm going to get a store closed. That's if they haven't, done that while I've been sitting here chatting. They're probably at the other end, getting ready with their finger over the button. Steps that you have to take. Just shoot an email will do nothing. It's wording and steps. Maybe we need to have a chat, Tommy, and you can help me on that. So the thing that I'm concerned about, Tommy, isn't this DVD, and it isn't the Vero I got last month. It's the next one that they will just close my store. That's the one I'm worried about. And I'm not one to sit back and wait for somebody else to make a decision on what I'm doing. So I'd rather just start planning for what I believe is the inevitable, kind of like what happened to you, where they just destroy your store and then you have to try and get back into their good graces over a period of time and hope that they don't do it again. One of them I can't prove because it actually sold before I even got the thing on it. I'll drop you a message, Tommy, and you can and then maybe you can fill me in on what I need to do so we can so I can do it properly. That'd be great if you can help. Here you go, Mel. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be shocked. From what she said on the phone, I'm on a hit list now. So that's literally what she said. She said, unfortunately, you've been marked as an issue, basically what she said. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that'd be great, Tommy. But yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. I never thought it'd be like this. I never thought eBay, and I've been going since July. I've been seriously into this, and we've put a lot of stuff up there, and just weird that all of a sudden we've got a couple of come through, and she said that because I had the Vero last time and this got picked up, they instantly just pulled the list in and sent me the thing. And I said, so that means on the next one you're just going to ban me. That's what's going to happen. And she said, oh well, just make sure you haven't got anything. And I said, this one's not dodgy. So, and then she just kept repeating herself. So yeah, no, if you can do that, that'd be awesome, Tommy. And look, if I can save the store, I will. I don't want to get rid of the store. I just think that I'm not going to get a choice. I think that's going to get taken down for me. And I'm not going to move. I don't want to move everything across, all the DVD stuff. I don't want to move any of that across to another. No, not great, Mel. Not great. I don't want to move everything to another platform, because I didn't have, like, the DVDs were. I was having fun with them. It was never a long-term thing. I mean, look, it'd be great to go and do a 50 or 100,000 DVD store, but I'm really hesitant on doing anything more than I've already done, in that they can just literally send you an email through and say, you're done. There is no way to fix it. It's not like, at least with a boss or a distributor, you have a chance to go and say, hey, look, yeah, okay, we had this mistake, we're sorry, and we'd like to make it up to you. But they're like, no, that's our policy. And you're like, yeah, but it was wrong. Yeah, but it's our policy. Yeah, but it was wrong. Yeah, but that's our policy. But you were wrong in the policy. The decision you made from the policy, I'm not arguing the policy. I agree with the policy, but it's wrong. The decision that you came up to is wrong. So how do I appeal it? No, but that's our policy. Okay, so we're just going to keep doing this, are we? Well, it's the policy of eBay, and you have to abide by the policy. And I said, I did abide by the policy. You guys didn't give me a chance to prove that I was abiding by the policy. And then she just kept saying it was her policy. So I went, okay, so it's your policy, and we have no point of recourse. Has a letter from his contact with Office of President of eBay. Just as retarded as hell stuff. Yeah, I've got to watch that video. I saw it come up before, but I really wanted to just kind of get this out while it was fresh in my mind, and just report back to everybody that yeah, be careful. Don't go on their hit list. So, and abide by their policy, whether you are or aren't. Abide by their policy. So if you are abiding by their policy, or if you aren't abiding by their policy, please make sure you're abiding by their policy, because or else they will remove your listings and possibly remove you from their platform. So even if you're doing the right thing and you're lawful and all the other stuff, they still reserve the right to remove you regardless. That's basically what I got from that phone call. So yeah, so I'm going to do the thank you again to everybody for coming in. What you can, Nick and Andrew look like they've had a win. Yeah. Look, I get the feeling that with eBay, you never actually do have a win. From what she said on there, I get the feeling once you go onto a list, it's just a matter of time before they come after you again. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. A little bit of a different thing with theirs. It's due to another stupid policy, but obviously a return issue, where with mine, it's that they've determined that something of mine is fake, and they've done this twice in a month. One was hidden as a fake, but they said was a Vero claim, saying that I'd used the Zumba logo and I shouldn't have. Which with this one, they're actually saying that this is actually a completely fraudulent movie, yet they have no details of the movie. All they have is their own stock photo and their own stock details. So and from what she said on the phone, she actually said to me, you're marked because of this. And I said, so basically what you're saying is I've got nearly 8,000 listings. So at some point they're going to pull something out. They can pull anything out. this is not fake. So they can just go and pull any one of my 7,000 items and say that's fake too, and that's fake too, and that's fake too. And I can't go to them and say, look, here's a picture of them, here's copies of whatever they are. It's not fake. I can't do that. I have no rights to do that. They don't give you that right of appeal. So I'm just looking at the inevitable future, and that is that I get an email saying that they found another listing, which they believe is a fraudulent listing or a a fake item, and that they've now put me on a suspension for 3 days, and then it will follow with that we've taken, we've checked your store and we believe that multiple listings are fake, and that we're now going to close your store down. I honestly believe that is the next steps that will be taken, and I can't do nothing about that. So yeah, so all right, well, I've got lots to do today. I've got some movies going out, boom, and some games. They're piled there, so it's not too crazy. About $300 worth for the weekend. Pretty bad weekend, but it's bad out there everywhere. So get that done, do some cleaning. I've got some board repairs to do, and then have to get into a completely different mindset character to do eBay as well. I'm just about to send that PC gave work, but I won't ever saw a foot off my deaf doing this. Yeah, look, it's true, Watcher. Absolutely. I really do enjoy the eBay platform, but what do you do? How do you fight something like this? How do you fight an invisible person, not person, an invisible robot? With no weapons that hit invisible things. Like, you can't. I don't know. It's probably a bad sort of example, but it's like, how do you fight something you can't fight? You can't appeal. There's no appeals. It's just a case of, we've determined you're guilty, so you're guilty. It's only luck that Nick has a lot of followers. I'm sure that there was lots of phone calls and emails and stuff sent to eBay to irritate them, and my personal feeling would be, I haven't watched his video. My personal feeling would be, let's get rid of this noise. So they've appeased them. However, the video's gone. I'll watch the video in a minute. They've appeased them and fixed the situation with them just to get rid of the noise. I don't have anywhere near the followings they have, and I can't imagine we're going to have a huge amount of. I'm not expecting people to ring up eBay and complain on my behalf, but I doubt that it would ring anybody's bells at eBay Australia. They wouldn't give a crap at someone my size. His live chat today. Yeah, that does not surprise me that Nick would have had a huge amount of viewers, because it was a touchy subject, and it was pretty disgraceful, saying you have no rights on return. That's basically what they said to him. But policy, what can you do? You're fighting policy. So, but yeah, look. So I'm not closing my listings. I'm not getting off YouTube. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm same as I ever was, but I'm just giving you the details of what happened with this copyright infringement. And from what they've said, I'm done. It's just a matter of time. She said they're coming after me. The eBay police got me in their sights, and I'm next on the list. So yeah. So thanks, guys and girls, for watching what was supposed to be a 5-minute video. I went out 40 minutes. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for commenting, and we'll keep chatting about it. And yeah, I know this virus thing is going to make eBay policy look like I don't know, like a speeding fine. It's going to, yeah, if this keeps going, we're in lots of trouble. Yeah, so I'll see you all in one of the chats. I know we've got the Tuesday one tomorrow. We've back from burnout, so I'll see you in there on the in the chat side. And thanks for stream. Get an image of your country. Yeah, exactly. Look, I've done a few businesses in my time, and I'm not upset. It's just a case of evolving, I think, and I really want this this Shopify store to show that you can evolve away. I'm hoping that it works, so that you can evolve away from eBay. So give another option. Yeah, I might even do a couple of them, because it's like $30 a month to do a Shopify store. So yeah, so all good, guys. Have a good day. Hope your selling's going well, and I will speak to you on the flip side. CTFN.